It's the two types of ministers, the two strategies for advancing the kingdom. So, priesthood and kingship. But here, he has made us king or priest. Is that what he said? Okay, he has made us priest or king. What did he say? He gave us the two offices. Those are the only two employments in the kingdom. This kingdom does not allow slaves. The only slaves we take here are demons. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Those days are gone, no? When you go to sleep, you are in the water swimming. What are you doing in another kingdom? You don't belong there. What is your business with them? Why are you still interacting with Egypt when you have... Or in the night you are in the village, masquerade is pursuing you. What's your business with masquerade? The book of Colossians says he has delivered us from the kingdom of darkness and translated us into the kingdom of his dear son. But sacrifice and paying price, like we're talking about sufferings, everybody that passed the test of the cross experiences elevation in the spirit. It will cost you something. Paul said, let no man trouble me. I bear in my body the marks of Jesus Christ. Of course, let me read something about Paul to you, so that it doesn't matter what challenge you face in your journey, know that it's normal. Everyone say it's normal. Say it's part of the exam. Before graduation. That's just his training for reigning. So expect it. Expect that exam. It's when you are not told, then he can floor you. Potiphar's wife come, pass the exam. So you don't stay in one level writing receipts, going around the wilderness. They bring all those meat and king's meat, sacrifice to idol. Pass that exam. It's part of it. It's part of training for reigning. Colossians 1, I think it's verse 21 or is it verse 24? Can you read with me? 1, 2, go. Now, rejoice for you. Excuse me, wait. How can somebody be suffering and be rejoicing? Exams might be tough, but since I know that without it I don't get graduation, so I write it. No matter how tough it is. This one, they say, when you are writing, write it with smiles. Write it with thanksgiving. Final exam is finally here. So we can leave this school now and go and practice the medicine. You've been here for 6 years, 7 years. Don't you want to practice? Don't you know that there is something they do when you graduate? They call it convocation. Everyone say convocation. When a born king graduates, time for the throne, there is something they do. They call it coronation. Say coronation. When a born priest is ready, because the priests, the Levites are born in their family. They are born, the priesthood is in them. They are born for it. But they have to go through training. When it's time to ascend into the office, there's something they do. They call it ordination. He has made us what? Kings and what? My brothers and sisters in the ministry, I'm not begging you to change. Some of us are already fixed. But I'm begging you to give God's children under your care complete training now. Where we are headed, priesthood alone is not enough to handle it. See what one Trump is causing all over the world. One Trump. Oh. I say your destiny is calling. I say your destiny is calling. Because we were not prepared. I spent almost half of my life training only for one side of my calling. So as a bird, I was trying to fly with one wing. As a man, I was trying to walk with one leg. Meanwhile, God gave me two. But when I found out, the Holy Spirit told me it's not late, oh. It's not late. Because there is no shortcut to destiny, oh. He said you better do the needful. That's why you can be enjoying this kind of ministry, oh. That's why you are enjoying it. Then he said to me, it's for this final hour that I raised you. All these things you've been doing is rehearsal. I raised you for the last day's church. And this is what your assignment entails. This is what you're going to do for my body. I'm here for a long time. Oh. I'm here for a long time. The devil can't remove me. You can't remove me. You can't. This bride that has to be prepared for the king. Is the king's wife, oh, that we're preparing. And those that will do that job has to be Enochs. You can't abuse the bride. You abuse Esther, your head will go off. The king is coming for a bride without spot or wrinkle. Well prepared for the wedding, the marriage supper of the Lamb is on the horizon. So, I said, oh Lord. He said, no, you should thank me. Don't say it's late. Thank me that you are finding out on time. Because many of us will get to the throne, the judgment seat of Christ, to find out. And then it's too late. Let me give you, just to stimulate your understanding. This business of throne covers every sphere of life. You know the starting point is spiritual throne. Spiritual throne, your priesthood. Write it down. So a priest is a king, but he rules from the spiritual to influence the natural. Look at it. He has made us kings and priests, and what shall happen? We shall reign. He tells you can rule from altar, or you can rule from the throne. So in this training, the ministry, the subject of altar is as critical as the subject of thrones. And if you get into the territory of altar, you must understand all the altar, you must understand your priesthood, you must understand sacrifice. You must understand the atonement. You must understand the ministry of intercession. You must understand worship. And all of the other things. You can rule from your altar, starting with your prayer ministry. You can be influencing things and nobody knows. When you finish, next time, TV or newspaper will announce something you have legislated from behind this. When you deal with this issue of thrones, there is a social component, a family. Anytime a marriage happens, it's a coronation service. The only thing is that you have a limited dominion. So that marriage just raised a pastor, a priest, and his assistant, a king and the queen. Everybody within your family, and that does not just include your children. Your children are involved, all the servants in the house, your relatives, your parents, your brothers and siblings. From that place, you are to begin to govern, to bring redemption to your whole family. And not just redemption, but development. As a matter of fact, from your house, you can groom presidents for our nation, senators, prophets, apostles, evangelists, pastors from your home. From your home, you can grow an industrialist. You see all the things we're learning? You can grow. So, you don't say, I'm just a housewife. Oh. That office is an office. Fatherhood is an office. It is the first calling, apart from priesthood, that God gave to Abraham and said, from this office, you raise a generation, your seed, and your seed will possess the gates of your enemies. You're talking about dominion. One family can actually be ruling a nation. The family that is still ruling Great Britain, is it not one family? They've produced girls that sat in that throne, guys that sat on that throne. One family can be ruling the world of ministry. Produce apostles, you produce prophets, you produce evangelists, you produce teachers. Don't be there and God is looking for a priest. What are those people you get birth to? What do you think you get birth to? Your children are holy seeds. The Bible said the children of the righteous are different from the children that are other people in their school. Oh. Your children are royal seeds. They are born into this thing. So they can't go and be smoking marijuana like other children. You won't see members of the royal family misbehaving anyhow. So that will show you as parents the kind of training you should give those children. Now you know what their destiny is. When you finish, you submit them and say, God, that thing that you planned for this child before he was even conceived, we commission him. You can do the first coronation in your house. The blessing of father and mother, the laying on hands of a father, and the blessing pronounced from whom will travel all the way to eternity. When you are a pastor, when you are a functional priest in any capacity, that's a throne. Don't you know, like in Anglican church, you have the bishop's court. They have their own court. They have their own too. A church is a nation. A church is a nation. It's a kingdom community. From your office as a pastor, you can run the whole country. Have ministry of youth development. Have ministry of education. Have ministry of economic development. Have ministry of agriculture. Have ministry of industries. Have ministry of technology. Those days when church department is just worship, ushers, follow up, those days are gone. Those structure is only to administer priesthood. The churches don't develop structure to administer kingdom. Have ministry of career development. Have ministry of government. Have ministry of international relations and missions. Have ministry of security. So that all those policemen, military men, and those people that are joining the church can find their own purpose and expression. They just sit down. They don't even, after we have given our life to God, so what are we doing here? Because you think all the ministry is only priesthood, those people that preach, and then the ones that sing and the ushers that stand around. Ministry has finished. No, everything you need in a society, you need that in the church. This is the era we have entered now. It's no more baby food, though. God will do everything for you. No, God will not do everything for you. Every parent knows that the reason you want your children to grow up is so that they can start taking responsibility. There are some things that when they show up, you say, Lord, you don't have to worry, I'm here. When you were a child, your parents fight all your Goliaths. They fight all your battles. When you were a son, you tell your father, sit. You go and kill Goliath and bring him the head. Part of the honor you give to your father is conquest. 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 The enemy of the kingdom, the enemy of the family has been subdued. Territories that you are looking at, we have taken it. See it, we brought it under subjection. You don't know. Because there has been a rebellion in heaven and a rebellion on earth. The person that was asked to go and solve that problem was a son. That's why Jesus was sent. Then the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5 said, when he has put all rule, all dominion, all authority under him, when he has subdued all this rebel, then the son himself will be subject to the father, so that the father will be all in all. So what he did, conquered the whole world, recover everything Adam lost, everything set and bring everything back to the father. That's what sonship is. You know that somebody have come to sonship. They don't ask. What they need from their father is commission, grace. Bless me, Father. Give me this mountain. All I need is the Lord to be with me. I will conquer it and bring it. So, you see, sons ask for territories. You see this throne thing? Education. You see this thing? Business, economy. You see this thing? Sports. You see this thing? Culture, arts and culture, entertainment. You see this thing? Technology. You see this thing? Agriculture. You see this thing? Youth development. Check all those territories. You will see that there are kings in it. So there are some new billionaires. Imagine now. From this next level summit, thousands new billionaires will be at launch. So when you come, don't let it shake you. The people have been doing it. You're just a new arrival. Let your head calm down. Let your head calm down. We crossed that boundary many years ago. It's not a big deal. Let your head calm down. You're not the first on the throne. This thing is ancestral. He said, and the Lord gave to him the throne of his father David. It's ancestral. It runs in our blood. Did you hear what I just said? Yes, sir. Next time you talk about ancestors, the people you should be talking about, people like Abraham, people like David. The chief of our ancestor is Jesus Christ. Then if you want to know the Oga Bata is our God the Father, don't subscribe to any other ancestral lineage. So you should be talking about fast forwarding the blessings of this lineage back to your own time. It's not in my time that the thing will fail. There are 4 levels to ministry. There are 4 levels to kingdom influence. And when a ministry comes to manhood, that ministry will be developing priests and kings. Not just developing babies. This is the assignment God has given us to do, not just for you, but for the church in Africa and for the global church. Because even the Christian nations that had transformation, when they lost the transformational gospel and returned back to the grace gospel, they lost their nations. They are supposed to do the grace gospel, but then go forward from there. And when I say grace gospel, I don't mean hyper grace, so I mean the message of salvation, the gospel of salvation. So, from now, when you come into an organization to work, ask for who are the kings here. CEO, MD, management, HR, head of this, head of that, head of that. Work your way up there. That's where you belong. So whatever training, whatever skills, whatever further development, plus the exhibition of the right type of, character, then high-level productivity, yielding value for your organization that will help you do exactly what Joseph did, do exactly what Daniel did, and nobody can stop you from coming up there. I have this book, so because we're going to be presenting models to you. Joseph is one, Daniel is one, David is one, Solomon is one, Esther is one. Half of your Bible is written by spiritual leadership. Half of it is written by kings and secular leaders. I just borrowed that word, secular. Because everything is spiritual. So that's why you have. Do you know that this man, Joseph, I think I was checking his story. It was about 13 chapters of the book of Genesis. I think it was only him and Abraham that was given that number. Some people didn't even get up to a full page. And their story ended. Some people half a page. They gave the guy chapters. So you can go and print it out. And it's a book. 13 chapters. David, Solomon, even Elijah that was so powerful. Elijah didn't get, I think his chapters were not even up to 7. It wasn't up to 7. In case of someone like David, they included his book, the book of Psalms, in the Bible. Solomon, they included 3 of his books in the Bible. I have even checked Peter the Apostle. He has 1 Peter, 2 Peter, only 2 texts. Solomon had 5 books in the Bible. So when you read the Bible now, don't just read with priest. When you finish training your priesthood sense, train your kingship, your dominion sense. You need dominion intelligence. Just like you need spiritual intelligence and priestly intelligence. It is when you start studying dominion intelligence that you have to get financial intelligence. You have to train yourself for leadership. You have to train for governance. You have to train yourself for industrialization. You have to train yourself for other areas. That's why I go for school now. I sit sometimes in the class. You don't see pastors. I sit with people that are running the world economy. Because my eyes opened. You have left the throne. You are busy with priesthood. You have left the whole thing. And all of them are mine. I created everything. You left it. You people are just busy with one side of the truth. It began to expand my understanding that priesthood is 1 out of 12 tribes. That the ratio is 12 in the marketplace, 1 on the altar. So that the ratio is 12:1, not 1:11, 1:12. Because when he took Levi, he appointed another tribe to replace them, making it to 1:12. So he said, if you want to talk about kingdom finance, what you are collecting from church is just 1 out of 13 of your resources. You left the other 12 gates untouched. There are 12, not 7. You know, people have heard about 7 mountains. It's the same thing as like when I compress the Jewish feast to 3. If you want the complete picture, there are 12. The city that he built, 12 foundation, 12 gates, 12 precious. Everything is 12, 12, 12. 12 is the number of kingdom. 12, dominion, the number is 12. So he said to me, this is what is going on. So he said the impact all of you pastors combined is making is just 1 out of 12 impact that I want to make. Because you have not trained the other 12 tribes. They're all sitting down, undeployed, sitting down, paralyzed. This is the state of the church in Africa and the state of the church in Nigeria.